Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. I'm your host, Sir Stephen Topham Hatt the Third, at your service. We're going to talk about the rundown on Book 6 of the Hatt family, which brings us right forward into the present day. Now, that will also go backwards if I will do it correctly for you guys. So I thought doing it as Book 6 and go backwards would be a little bit easier for you to understand what I've been through, how I was brought up, bit by bit, and then it will also tell you a bit about my future ahead of me. The rundown is not just focused on me, but it's also focused on my mother, Dr. Hatt, and also that Duck included, and Nia, and a few of us that were surrounding around me. Everybody's asking the biggest question of all time: why do it from backwards to front? Well, in some countries, a lot of Arabic people, Moroccan people, read their Quran from back to front. So instead of reading it from front to back, so the last page is basically the first page they read. So, in layman terms, doing it this way round helps people to understand logically what's happening in this present day. But it also opens up a lot of people saying, okay, you know about the island, you know about the locations, you know about the engines, you know about everything that's in front of you. Now you want to know how the Hat family actually got to be where they need to be because we're not just a normal set of family, we are merged as one. And a lot of every song I have heard in my time period, as you like to call it correctly. I'm nearly 40 years of age, but I can't go into detail at the moment because it's present day. And this book 6 will tell you exactly what I got to do next, not just past tense, but it will lead that way because it's going backwards rather than forwards. When I studied book 1 and I said the rundown to book 1, and I'm now doing the rundown to book 6. Book 6 will explain the reason why I'm doing it from back to front rather than the other way round because I know it's a lot more easier going through my time slot first, then work backwards with my grandfather, my father, and and then the senior on the bottom at the bottom. So I hope you can understand the reason why I'm starting with me first, then work backwards. So you're gonna have to read when I start the chapter up of book 6, which is the last one on the list, because there's a 90-year service needs to be safeguarded through my family. And there's a lot of people out there that think, okay, he knows a lot about trains, he knows a lot, a lot of people will be criticizing now or asking about saying he knows a lot about trains and railways and so forth. What's made him put him on the sidelines, if you like to call it correctly. And a lot of it is all logical, factable, and no, no lies, no deceits. This is all truth and logic. I just hope that this is the rundown. What I'm going to do is start from the end and work backwards rather than the other way round because it will complicate matters. Because there's a lot about the timeline of the, of me and my family, what kept us together, what separated us all, without mentioning too many names, etc., etc., and narrow it down and say, look, this is where I am, this is where I'm at, and this is what it will be. It's not the end of the story. Don't get me wrong, because it is uh, basically I have to do a reboot system, basically a reboot of everything. Now, this is not a 2D, so get that out of your head first of all. before I start doing the chapter one for this book. Obviously, it's like saying if I gotta do it properly, I start it with my time and work backwards. Because if I do it the other way round, it's more complicated than it looks. So it's like reverse psychology. So I have to do it from back to front rather than the front to back. So can you understand where I'm coming from now? A lot of people will say that's a good idea. Do it from your point first and then work backwards, because then you will understand the mistakes that were made forwardly. But at the same time, by the time you read book one as the last one, boom boom, then it all comes clearer that my family has a lot to offer and gain from this. So the rundown to book six is the very, very present day where everybody is in the same page, same book, same everything. Everybody's going to get the loop and start to realise what the messed up a lot of people have made. Don't get me wrong, I know a lot of things that other people don't know about. And then it will unfold naturally as you read backwards. So you'll be reading from book six, five, four, three, two, one. Then everybody should be caught up where I am and not just say, oh, he's such and such. I'm not going to have that. That's not me. I'm too clever, too intelligent, and too smart. And a lot of people will say, yes, I think it is wise to start from the present day and work backwards rather than go the other way round where it's all complicated to begin with. Thank you very much.